Hi, this is Raymond Rose. Thanks for joining me today. I've got some really great information to share with you regarding the benefits of living an intentional life. I can tell you that I've been living an intentional life, or back then I used to call it a deliberate life, for the last 35 or 40 years. And my life has always been about keeping it simple, keeping it laser focused, doing my best to make sure that I don't have stress in my life. I'm going to tell you the 5 reasons why, in my opinion, you need to develop a lifestyle that's going to give you happiness and fun and excitement in the future. Before we get into that, though, real quick, just a reminder that this is a live podcast. There's no editing, there's no videos to watch, there's no videos that are going to distract you. I'm just going to give you some information that I think you'll find very useful. So, living an intentional life, what is that all about? What does it mean? It means, just like I said a moment ago, having deliberate choices and taking purposeful actions that align with your values and your goals. You need to know what you're all about. You need to know what your, as my son would say, what is your desired outcome in life? What do you truly find important? Where do you want to be 5, 10 years from now? Don't tell me that you want to be healthy and be happy, that if you have a terrible diet, you're not exercising, or you're having different levels of stress. You need to be very focused and live a very intentional life. So we're going to talk about what are the benefits of those right now, starting off with number one. When you have an intentional life, you're going to have increased fulfillment. When you live intentionally, you're more likely to find meaning and purpose in your life, because when you identify what your goals and values are, which is what I just mentioned to you a few minutes ago, then you're making choices that align with what you want, what your desired outcome is. That way you can experience a greater sense of fulfillment. You're happier, you're more satisfied in life. Listen to my podcast that I've got regarding how you need to set up a happiness list. That's really, really important. We'll talk about that later. Number two, you'll have improved decision making, because when you have a clear understanding of what your goals are, you can make decisions more easily and confidently, because you can identify, you can evaluate your options, you can see how well they're going to align with your values instead of just simply reacting to circumstances that come around. I know of so many people that are on that little hamster wheel that are just go, go, go all the time. Their life is on automatic pilot. They're just doing things out of habit instead of making really well thought out, deliberate decisions. So, making intelligent, improved decisions, that's one of the benefits of an intentional life. And number three, when you have an intentional life, you'll find that you've got better focus in life, because it can help you focus on what truly matters in your life. If you've got a list written down, and again, listen to some of my other podcasts, because I've already got some of that and I've got more coming. You can avoid distractions and get rid of those things that are wasting time. If it's the habits that you've got, the people that you've got, you watch too much TV, you're doing mundane tasks that really don't add value and don't align with your goals. Once you have better focus in life, you can devote more time and more energy on things that are really important to you. So, again, by having them written down and looking at that list every day, I think you'll find a lot of improvement. Hey, let me take a real quick break, because I want to follow up on just what I said. I make podcasts every day. They're 5, 6, 7 minutes long, and they talk about the 4 areas that I find important in my life. There are 4 things that I look at every single day. Number one, I want to have excellent health. Number two, I want to have lots of free time. Number three, I want to be really smart about money. And number four, I want to have good habits. And like I said, every day I make a short podcast based on those 4 things. If you think you're going to find value in my comments, and I hopefully you'll get a lot of good tips from me, I would ask you to please subscribe to my daily podcast. Just hit the black button that says subscribe, and my podcast will go right into your YouTube channel every single day. So let's get back to intentional life living. Let's recap real quick. Number one, increase fulfillment. Number two, you'll have better decision making. Number three, better focus. Number four, let's talk about self-awareness. So when you're living an intentional life, you're able to really examine what your goals are. You've got a deeper understanding maybe of who you are, what drives you. Again, one of the phrases that I learned from my son is, what is your desired outcome? When you have an intentional life, it's going to focus on what's your end goal. Why are you working so hard? Why are you busy all the time? Why are you doing things that may not really be aligning with what you want? Are you going to be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old saying, geez, I've lived in my life and I haven't been going in the direction that I want to? You need to know what your desired outcome is. You need to know specifically what your goals are. And that way, that self-awareness can help you make better choices and build stronger relationships with others. And now, number five, just what I said. you'll have better relationships. You'll have improved relationships. You'll have more fun. You can build stronger, more meaningful relationships with the people that are important to you. Maybe it's mom and dad, your kids, your significant other, your coworkers, or whatever. Once you know what your intentions are, what your deliberate life is, you'll be able to better focus and align your values in all those different areas. And guess what's going to happen? When you're more focused and you're more deliberate with your comments, you're going to likely attract like-minded people with you that share those same goals and those same values. So overall, for me, I have found that living an intentional life, I absolutely, without a doubt, I'm more fulfilled. I'm more focused. I feel great. I mean, people say to me, "You're always in a great mood. You're always, well, that doesn't happen by accident." I follow some of my other podcasts coming up because I'll tell you some of my secrets. When people say, "Oh, how come you're always in a great mood?" I've surrounded myself with the beauty and the excitement that I want. I don't have any stress in my life. I go to sleep every single night with a really good sound mind, and knowing that tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up and feel great again because I'm really deliberate in the way I'm living my life. It doesn't happen by accident, but it doesn't take a lot of energy to stay super focused. So that's it. Let me give you again, grab a paper and pencil if you would. The 5 reasons why you want to live an intentional life. You want to have number one, you're going to have increased fulfillment. Number two, you're going to have improved decision making. Number three, you're going to have greater focus in life. Number four, better self-awareness. And number five, improved relationships. So those are my 5 reasons why you want to live an intentional life. That's it. Oh, before we go, let me 2 quick things. I'm new to this podcasting, so I'm going to ask you to critique me. Did you find useful information in this? Did I do a good job? Did I talk too fast? Go to the comment section below if you would and critique me. And then number two, if you did find good information here with this podcast, I'd appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up and maybe even click the share button and send this to your family and friends. So that's it for today. This is Raymond Rose. I appreciate your support. I truly do. Thanks for listening. Until the next podcast, I'll talk to you then. Thanks.